Hello, and welcome back to Super Mario 64. Let's play Super Mario 64 at that. I don't know what that intro was. I'm not sure what I was trying to do with that. I'm not gonna go, I'm gonna go completely out of order with the power stars in this stage. I'm gonna deal with these obstacle course stages, which is what I like to call them, back here first, before I go and do the magic carpet parts of the stage. So, a little obstacle course here. It's not very long or challenging. Scratch that. Let's try that again, without the sucking. Alright, so this is an obstacle course. It's not that difficult, except for when you slide down unexpected slopes. I've had so many deaths with slopes in this game, just like sliding down randomly and falling into a pit of death. But hopefully that won't happen. And if you haven't noticed, those are donut platforms. You know, like in Super Mario World and Super Mario Bros. 3. And I don't think they were in the first two Super Mario Bros. Games. But if you stand on them for too long, they fall. So here we have a split path, each one leading to a different star. I'm gonna get this one first. And again, with the slopes and the sucking, just land on these things and you will be fine. And then that's pretty much it. That's all there is to this star. There's nothing more complicated than that. We have gotten our 100th star. Yeah! That was a really unnecessary scream, and I don't even care. I am just looking at WavePad right now, and that was extremely loud, and I don't care one bit. So, we're gonna go to another star that I like to call, or no, not that I like to call, that Miyamoto likes to call tricky triangles. We are going to continue back on the obstacle course that I showed in the last Power Star, except we're gonna go on the other path that was available to us, but I decided to go and get the other star, you know, the other star, the one that I got before, you know, yeah, okay, thanks, bye. No! We will do this live. Fucking thing sucks. We're gonna go this way this time, not getting killed by slopes, because slopes is for algebra. That was pretty awesome, especially since I'm gonna be doing Algebra 2 this year. Woo! Not really, I can only... Alright, I made that jump this time. See, it was because... I'm sorry, it's just because I picked up this little ninja. They actually prefer to be called ninjas. And I mean, the problem with these ninjas is they're just so darn cute, you just want to pick them up. Never pick up a ninja. Rip your arms off and beat you to death with your own arms. I mean, I've seen people that enjoy being killed, but never in one of those instances. It's just like... The only common thing people say when they're getting beaten to death with their own arms is, this is not fun, this is not fun, this is not fun. And with that, I will continue my glorious quest through Rainbow Ride, attempting to get more stars and setting foot on a magic carpet for the very first time in this LP. What they'll do is they will lead you on this on any rainbow path, but the problem, well, not really a problem, but there's a twist. If you step off these rainbow platforms for any reason and land on a regular platform, they'll start to disappear. And if they vanish, you could end up stranded in the middle of nowhere, especially in later parts of the stage. Like if I jumped on that on one of those gray platforms and stayed there for too long, this carpet would disappear, and I'd be stuck here. Fuck. That was so dumb. I hate this stage so damn much. Oh my god. Sorry about that. I've actually died a little too much on this course, but it is the last course, and as such, one of the hardest. Just imagine how painful the 100 coin star is gonna be. I don't even want to think of that right now. Oh my god. Oof. Not gonna be fun. Because if you fall at any time, you just die, and you lose all of your coins. Never fun at all. But once you get to this point, the course is once again divided into two parts, and I almost died for a very stupid reason. But here, if you ride this way, you will go towards the giant ship floating in the sky. Try not to get knocked off by these helicopter platforms, because that would just be silly. You don't want to get knocked off by these helicopter platforms. I've got knocked by these helicopter platforms many a times in my days as a Mario gamer, but I really would recommend not doing it because extreme rage is just a very common side effect when you fall off because that thing rams you. It's so common. If you want to get that one up, that's fine, but I mean, you gotta have your priorities. I mean, what's the point of getting that life if you're gonna lose it anyway? I mean, honestly, but some tricky platforming indeed, undoubtedly schemed by Miyamoto himself, and attempt to knock you down after all that waiting. Now this part, just don't get blown off. Just watch out for the wind. Note the cannon over here, because you'll need it for another star later on, but we haven't even found the Bob-omb buddy yet, so don't worry about that. Just don't get blown off, and I believe there's a one-up on the prow of the ship, on the very tip of it, but I'm not gonna get that. Fuck that. I'm just gonna grab this star. Yep, I saw the one-up. So 102, I'm gonna finish this course in this episode, and then I can dedicate the last few episodes to Bowser and the 100 red coin stars. So the big house in the sky. Alright, so how are we gonna do this? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go over to here, because I really don't like to ride on the magic carpets when I can avoid it, because it's just unnecessary waiting, and I really don't enjoy unnecessary waiting that much. I'm not a very patient person. Well, I am a pretty patient person when it comes to some things, but when it comes to video games, I'm not patient at all. Usually. I mean, sometimes I can be patient, like with the Pit of 100 Trials, but in most cases, not really. But anyway, the reason I came here was for not blue coins. I came here for this wonderful fellow right here, this Bob-omb buddy that I feel like picking up right now. So he's gonna open that cannon up for us before I forget, like I did in Tall Mountain. So ride this elevator down here. A shame I can't long jump and somehow skip half the level, but oh well. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ride that other carpet this time, and we're gonna reach. No! What we're gonna do is we're gonna reach the big house in the sky, which is what it's called. The big house in the sky. Cool, Nintendo of America. Love your dubbing skills. Awesome. Anywho, I'm just tired of falling in this stage because I've done it quite a bit. And, with only 2 stars left to go, I can't help but get kind of anxious to finish this stage, or this course. We've been through this. I don't care anymore. I'm gonna call it chapter. I'm just gonna call them chapters, because obviously Paper Mario. Now, but what we're gonna do here is jump on the left carpet this time, and if that Latiku knocks me off, or that Lakitu knocks me off, I swear. Like, honestly, no, not gonna happen. I'm sorry, we're not doing this. It's just not gonna happen. Hopefully I can backflip onto here. Yes, I can. Alright, cool. Alright, and as you can see, we finally reached the big house in the sky. Just stay on this carpet and don't fall off. Don't let anything knock you off. You've come this far. Don't let it all go to waste. That's pretty much all the advice I can give you. It's just riding on this carpet for as long as you can without falling off until you finally reach the top. Probably the part where you're most likely to let this happen to you is this part right here where fire just bursts from this here chimney. Don't let it happen. Don't let it happen to you. Because when you get hit with fire, Mario just starts running, and you can't stop him, and he's likely to run off the carpet, and that's just really hard to avoid, so try not to let that happen to you. So anyway, time for a mild anecdote from my vacation. I've got a million of them. So I found out that I had a latent potential for crane games. I don't know why I just discovered this, but apparently I'm just really good at crane games. See, because along the board, there's a boardwalk in Wildwood. Well, not so obviously if you've never been there, but it's pretty famous for having like a big boardwalk, which is just a bunch of boards lined up that you can walk on that's slightly elevated off the ground, and along it there are a bunch of stores and rides that you can go on. So yeah, now that I've explained what a boardwalk is, anyway, there are various arcades along this boardwalk, and my brother's playing some crane games, trying to win some stuffed animals. And there's this one with like a King SpongeBob and a Patrick dressed as a jester. And he's trying to win it. He can't get it. So my dad gives me $1 and he says, "Okay, here, son, try to win this." And he was extremely epic about it, and he handed it to me in slow-mo. Except he didn't. I just added that for emphasis, because Paper Mario Guy and I joke about my dad being extremely epic all the time. So yeah, he randomly bursts into jazz solos quite often, but enough talk about my dad and his jazz solos, and more talk about the fact that obesity in America would increase by 15% if all cups were replaced with soda drinking hats, obviously. But enough about that, and more about, oh yeah, my crane game skills. So I go to play the cane game, Black. Been a long time since I've done that. Had to get that out of my system. That's probably why I was sucking so bad. So I go to play the crane game with Jester Patrick and King SpongeBob, and I'm all like pro when I do it, and I'm all like checking it out from different angles, like not really expecting to win anything. Get this: the crane goes down, it picks up a SpongeBob and a Patrick in like one single thing on my first try. I was just like, oh my god, it's amazing. I've never won one of these things in my life, and I win 2 in a row on my first try. Amazing. Just so awesome. So for the next few days we were on the boardwalk playing in the arcade. Each time I tried one of the crane games, I won at least one prize. Like, and not necessarily always on my first try, but I always won a prize. Each day that we went to the arcade, I won a prize from the crane game. So perhaps my hidden talent is crane games. I really hope it isn't, because that'd just be disappointing. But not as disappointing as me possibly falling off after getting this far. I'd have to cut out my anecdote. So carefully step into this cannon, and this is the worst part. This is the worst part. Like, honestly, you will be so just sad if you don't make this. I know I will be sad if I don't make this. And then I have to cut all the way back to me getting here, so let's just shoot through the direct middle of this, or at least aim for the direct middle, because, you know, you have to take into account gravity and all that. Don't let that guy throw you off, because, I mean, if you're lucky enough to get, if you shoot yourself onto here with the cannon, which takes enough skill as it is, if that wasn't enough, they also put one of those pink things on there that try to throw you off, so it's just like, come on, Miyamoto, with your obstacles. But I'm sure we're cutting well into the time limit, so I'm gonna see you next time.